It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It's Friday. Whoop, whoop. Cheer down there. Come on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We got a cheer out of it.
That's it.
He came in here humming. That was a good sign.
That was moving.
For him. Oh, was that mooing?
Yeah.
That's just my legs. Yeah, that was my legs moving.
It's Friday, June 5th, 2020 at 7 a.m. I got to stop right here. Happy birthday, Caleb Hoffman. He's somewhere between Lebanon, Tennessee and Noblesville.
I thought he was going to say somewhere between 20 and 30.
He's somewhere between Nashville, and if he's working today. Otherwise, he said Lebanon, Tennessee. Happy birthday to Caleb. And hope it's a great day for you, son, and love you. Hope you're watching anyway. Caleb's birthday today. Friday, June 5th, 2020, 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Bob Rechtenwald, Dale Hoffman, Scooter Callis all here. And the weekend. Yes.
What's that mean?
Means
The weekend.
The weekend.
I can actually sleep in to about 6 tomorrow morning.
Sleep's highly overrated.
Yeah. It is. Yes, it is.
My weekend's been going. It's just another day to work.
Yep.
Bob's weekend's like that every weekend.
yeah.
I guarantee you.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Bob, tell us about Sears.
Sears, located behind Wendy's, same parking lot as Orsolin's. Go check them out. That's all you can say, really, is just go check them out. They have moved more lawn tractors. Oh, my goodness.
Are they doing good?
2 or 3 a day.
Oh, good.
It's just
good.
unbelievable.
And didn't somebody say they had Husqvarna?
The lawn tractor of choice for Sears Hometown is Husqvarna.
Yeah.
And they are moving them out. They also sell an earthquake rototiller, which is
really
which is made in the States, and it's pretty awesome. They're different.
rear tine, front tine.
Both.
Are they really?
You get a choice of either one. I own a front tine, and a front tine, and it's a smaller one, and I bought it at a different store a couple years ago. They quit carrying them, and Sears Hometown's picked them up, but they're really, really a good sturdy.
What brand?
This one that I bought 4 or 5 years ago, it's earthquake, and it sit out in the rain and in the snow and the weather. This fall, walk out there, push the primer 2 times, cranked right up.
Good.
Good little machine. Go see J.R. Hightower and Company over there at Sears Hometown. Talk to them about their preventive maintenance plans. Lawn tractors, push mowers, 0 turns. They don't care what it is. They'll put one on it. They'll come pick it up for you. There may be a fee for that, depending on how far out you are. Shouldn't be a big deal. Preventive maintenance plans on washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers, up to 5 appliances, $175 a year. And I know JR's basic motto is, you make the call, we service them all. So,
there you go.
And I've seen some strange brands in there. So,
Your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, and tools.
And the big key to that, Dale, is hometown.
Yes.
They don't ship
Yes.
things to Harrison to be worked on. They don't ship it to Springfield any longer. They do it right there in house.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Everybody here knows the importance of good hometown businesses. I think I had listen to the news this morning on KTLO. We've got some good business licenses being filed. They had some good reports this morning, and sales taxes is still up too. So
sales tax looks for May seem to be holding strong.
Yeah.
Which is
it's almost 8% or 9%. The mayor said the other day.
Yeah, which is a great thing for us.
Yeah.
Even the citizens. They have loosened things up a little bit with this Corona stuff, so we are going to see somewhat of an American Legion baseball season this year, which is going to be nice. The sales tax revenue brought in from those tournaments that they have is good. Go by and see Sears, J.R. Hightower, 425-3191.
Yep.
Give them a call.
You bet.
Just don't look for a freezer.
Not anytime soon.
Because you're still going to be looking.
And we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee, the very best coffee in town. 2 locations to serve the public right now. We have 3 locations. One's not publicly accessed right now. It's at Baxter Regional Medical Center. You've got Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza, and either one is ready to serve you the best coffee in town as we speak. Mike and his staff do a great job at both locations, well, all three locations. But right now, two are open to the public. Bomber Boulevard, the drive-through by Aikman Audio, and then the other one out by Anytime Fitness in the 62 East Plaza out by Walmart in the complex out there. The best coffee in town, the mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, buttered lattes, pumpkin spice, whatever you want, they've got it. So check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. They've been with us for many, many years, and appreciate Mike and his staff and all they do to help supply us with coffee here at the studio. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive in Mountain Home. Stop by and have some coffee with us sometime. Love to have you stop by if you'd like to have a free cup of coffee. And like Bob says, bring your life insurance policy with you. Anyway, Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
Yeah, XL7 TV, the only place you need proof of insurance to drink coffee.
We were talking about his coffee the other day, and he said it may be a bit strong. Well, his version of bit and mine are apparently two different things.
Ask Coach Leonard. How's that coffee, Coach Leonard, over there?
It's great.
There you go.
Just
there
a
you
bit
go.
strong,
There you go.
right?
Yeah. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris. Anyone out there can help you. When they say with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis. And can't say enough good things about the Roller folks. Pre-planning, emergency situation, whatever it may be, Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. Great folks out there. And want to elaborate?
No, I better not.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day, so let's pause for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, same stuff, different day, COVID-19, protests, and riots. Lord, we're exhausted from this. Seems like the news just hammers us with this all the time. Lord, help us to find something good, something positive, perhaps people helping each other no matter what race they are. Gas prices are low, makes travel cheaper. Maybe perhaps a 1 or 2 day family trip would be a lot of fun this year. But it's so ironic that the American people have been slammed with all this stuff at a presidential election year. Lord, we're tired. Lord, the violence must stop. I pray you end the virus, heal our people, and heal our country. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Here it comes.
da, 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 the weather. No.
Okay.
You said it right. No.
Nah.
Morning
Nah.
weather brought to you by the Z Team.
Nah.
Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Take a peek at the White River. A little bit of fog right on the river.
It's pretty, though.
A little bit of fog in the city of Cotter, too.
I mowed down on the river last night, down on Riverview down in Norfolk side.
Uh-huh.
And I watched that. It's like it came from the dam and it just come rolling down the river.
Really?
The fog did.
Yeah.
Well, then after it filled all that void, it started coming up onto the side of the grass.
Huh.
It's like something out of a horror movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Wow.
And then before I could leave there,
Yeah, like I've got to mow. I got to get this done.
yeah, because it's all of a sudden making the grass really wet. You couldn't see, 100 yards.
Really?
Yeah, that's how thick it got.
Wow.
Unreal.
Morning shot of the White River and the fog covering the river this morning brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. You can go to retirearkansas.net. You can go to the live webcam, take pictures of this throughout the day. The fog is actually on top of the, for the folks that don't know, the fog is on top of the White River. It actually makes that circle around Cotter, Arkansas, which is in Baxter County. The camera's in Marion County, Arkansas. 62-412 bridge to the left side of the screen as you see the river come into closer view here, and then it circles out. Beautiful shot this morning. The center horizon would actually be the state line of Missouri, and to the far right horizon be the city of Mountain Home. And so you can check out the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zador, at retiretoarkansas.net. And while you're there, check out all the listings from what the Z Team has listed and the other listings from the multiple listing services throughout the real estate region.
Speaking of listings, Dale, if you're thinking about downsizing, thinking about just an upgrade, you're thinking about moving out of the area, don't wait until this COVID-19 thing is over. Call them. Talk to Linda, talk to Bob, talk to someone with the Z Team. Mm-hmm. They need some listings in the worst way. Mm-hmm. Give them a shot. do it now. You may postpone your listing for a little bit, but let them give you an idea of what's going on in the market.
Oh, yeah. It's a
The
good
market
thing to
is
call and
still
talk.
good.
The market is really good right now.
Yeah, it really is. And for folks, like Bob said, you may be needing to downsize perhaps. Families moved out, empty nest, need to 4-bedroom, need to knock it down to a 2-bedroom perhaps, whatever it may be, or you got a child on the way. Oh, I might need an extra bedroom. Call the Z Team. They can help you. They can show you the options here. 870-405-0793, both in Arkansas and Missouri. So if you're in Marshall, Arkansas, or Mountain View, Missouri, Mountain View, Arkansas, Gainesville, wherever it may be, the team's ready to go. They've got the team all over northern Arkansas, southern Missouri. So give them a call, 870-405-0793, and check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. He had some good points. So, back in 2017, we're doing the program back on the radio days, and there's over 1,000 homes on the MLS, and now there's less than 400. And so,
In 85, 86, there was 1,500 to 1,700 houses in MLS.
Yeah. And back in those days, some of those were new houses. Mm-hmm. And now the new housing starts really down, too.
Not so many new houses anymore.
No.
So. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. They bring you the morning weather each and every day. And right now, we're looking at 69 degrees in Harrison and Mountain Home. It's already 72 at Batesville, 67 in Salem, 69 in Calico Rock and Flippin, 66 at Marshall, 67 in West Plains. Around the region, St. Louis at 66, Poplar Bluff at 66, Springfield at 71, 43 in Watford City, North Dakota. Not bad. Refresh. I've refreshed this now about 4 times this morning. This one doesn't stay set too long. Nothing going on in the state of Arkansas. We'll back this out. We'll get the national picture first. And, of course, you've got the tropical depression, is it a tropical depression or is it a hurricane yet down the... Anyway, there's somewhere going to get a lot of rain Monday and Tuesday. It's in the... Well, let me scroll up and see. There's one of these storms down in here says it's going to come up through Louisiana and Arkansas. Anyway, the typical shower...
Put that in motion?
Huh?
You want to
Okay.
put that in motion?
A little bit in Washington State. Other than that, a little bit in South Dakota. Very minor shower down here in Texas. But between Des Moines and central Missouri, we got a pretty good line of showers moving southeast into Illinois. And I don't think any of that's going to come into Arkansas. Shower activity in Wisconsin, then over in the eastern part of the country, eastern Tennessee, all the way up into New York, Pennsylvania, places like that. We'll go in real tight on Arkansas and see what's going on here. Nothing. 62, 412, east and west is clear. Interstates, well, let's see, Highway 65, Highway 67 and 167 is all clear, where it splits off, seriously, going up to Batesville and Poplar Bluff. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas, clear at this time. Looking good. Looks like I-40 going to Jackson from Memphis. I-155, Dyersburg to Jackson in good shape. You get in Missouri around... just northeast of Springfield. It's going to affect I-44 from Springfield most of the way into St. Louis. It's going to affect Highway 63 at Jefferson City, Interstate 70 from Jeff City to Columbia, and on up into north central Missouri around Lancaster, Kirksville, Macon, and places like that. So
It's a good place for that, though. You know why?
We've had plenty.
Because it's not here.
It's not
Yeah.
here. Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
The only
He's a
problem
bit soggy.
is on the waterways,
Yeah.
it'll run down to here.
And a little bit back behind there, showing up in Topeka, Kansas, is going to be coming into the state of Missouri. And so moving on over into St. Louis area, I-64, East St. Louis, Illinois, East I-70, all clear at this time. Carbondale, Illinois, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Paducah, Kentucky. Nothing going on there. We do have a heat advisory for west central Arkansas today. I'm bringing this up on the map. Fort Smith to just south of Fayetteville and to the east-northeast, we do have a heat advisory in the west central part of the state. And so be advised of that. In the state of Missouri, we have severe thunderstorm watch from Rolla to Springfield to Branson to West Plains. And, of course, this borders the state line of Arkansas. Can't tell you that we're going to get anything out of this or not, but it does border the state line. And so that's the only watches and warnings in Arkansas would be the heat advisory there. 7-day forecast, 30% chance of showers today, high of 92, 91 on Saturday, 30% chance of showers Then Sunday, we have a beautiful day, 89 degrees, bright sunshiny skies. Monday, 30% to a 50% chance of showers. Tuesday, a 70% chance. That's because of, let me back up here, Scooter, if I may. Right down in here, this red right here is a tropical storm warning, and this is what they're saying. You see the cursor moving right here. This is supposed to be moving straight up, and that's supposed to be affecting our weather later on next week. Okay, through the 7-day forecast, I Drive Arkansas. We have an accident, it looks like, down here in Benton. Exit 121 and Interstate 30, eastbound lane. Lane's impacted as the inside. Why are you showing us that in Benton? So you know how to navigate this and what to look for. So when you get the little red exclamation mark, you know what to look for. If it's in northern Arkansas, they'd put it anywhere where DOT would service. Department of Transportation from Missouri, everything looks good there. Still working on the Highway 201, Highway J Bridge at Lick Creek in Missouri. Everything looks good there. Lake levels today, 694.02 as of 5 a.m. I'm sorry, as of 2 a.m. this morning on Bull Shoals. 35.02 feet above the pool of 659. Norfolk Lake, 678.89. They're 26.89 feet above the full pool of 552. And where's my pollen index? There we go. Today, 7.7. Tomorrow, 7.4. Grasses, Dock, and Mulberry are your culprits today. My eyes are itching. Arkansas coronavirus update in the state of Arkansas. Well, I'm doing the 6-county area: Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. In the 6-county area, we have 104,900 people. We have 55 active. Let me rephrase that. We have 55 positive with 44 recovered. So in the 6-county area, we have 11 people of 105,000 that are yet to recover. Oil prices today, I don't know if I refreshed this or not. 38.34, it's up 0.93. And so, morning weather, all the updates brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retired to Arkansas.net.
Community news a little bit. There is an American Legion baseball game or two this weekend.
Really? Here?
I'm not exactly sure where. You could call Lester White.
Yeah.
Or check with one of the baseball moms, but there is some baseball going to happen.
At Cooper?
I believe. I'm not quite sure.
Those are fun games.
It's either Cooper, it's either here and Flippin'. I'm not sure which one.
Cool. Take a break. Need more coffee. Be right back. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here. Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
.22 and normally Jake Long is here, but we want to focus, Bob, on what's happening within the schools and what's starting to kick back off.
There's some things going on. Some of the sports are coming back to life, which is a good thing for the community and for the student athletes and for the student body as a whole. So I guess that we've been asked to have Coach Daves on this morning to visit with us about volleyball season, correct?
Correct.
It is time.
It's time.
How did you do tryouts?
Well, we're currently doing tryouts this week.
Tryouts. Okay.
Yes. So since, with all the guidelines, we have a limited number, limited time. So we're just spreading it out, for the whole week.
How many girls will you end up having on the team?
I'm going to say I'm going to have about 24. 24 on the high school team.
Now, you're the head volleyball. Does that mean that you're in charge of it all the way down into the grade schools? Or
Yes, we start in third grade. This is the third year to start that.
Wow.
So we have a little Pee-wee program, 3rd through 6th grade, and then, of course, 7 through 12.
So the 3rd through 6th is through the schools?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This
That's
will
a
be
good
our
minor
third
league
year.
system.
Yeah, it's fun. Get them out there.
who coaches them?
We have people in the community help us with it, and then we spread it out between us coaches at the school, and we try to visit at least once or twice during the week. And
have they determined when the actual season will start?
No. They have
So
not.
that part of it's still in limbo.
We're still waiting. They haven't even told us about team camps yet.
One thing I got a question. Scooter and I were discussing this, and said that North Central Arkansas with the COVID-19 was kind of being boxed in with Northwest Arkansas. If you were to play Northwest Arkansas, it looks like there's going to be a little bit more policing of that, because if you look at this, Benton County has 804 positives as compared to Baxter County with 12. Of course, the population is different. You got Rogers, Bentonville, Fayetteville, and all that. How's that going to affect, you think?
I don't know. I mean,
Is it still up in the air? Is
Well,
it up to
the fortunate thing is we're not in that conference anymore.
That's
correct?
true. That's true.
Well, no, we're going west this year.
But you won't be playing Bentonville and Rogers, will you?
No, we will be playing Greenwood, Greenbrier, Siloam Springs.
Okay, Greenwood is Fort Smith.
Right. Siloam
what was
is
the other?
Siloam Springs.
Siloam Springs.
Ooh, that's right in the middle of
Van Buren.
yeah.
It's going to be strange.
It's going to be different. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I just want, will the 3A follow the CDC or the governor? I mean, who's,
They're working in conjunction with each other.
it's just meeting after meeting.
Yeah, I think whatever the governor lays out is going to be the rule. So, yes. So, if he says, if tomorrow or Monday morning, the governor comes out and says, "We've decided we're not going to do any team sports," guess what? There's no team sports. And,
Ouch.
And that's a pretty good kick. You know,
But, when you look at this map, northwest Arkansas and central Arkansas, this is your concentrated areas. And so we're talking right here where the cursor's at. You're looking at the Fort Smith area, the Fayetteville and Rogers, all that. I don't know. It's just, and then you look at north central Arkansas, we're not that bad. We're probably, between the north central part and the southeast part, it's probably the best portions of it with the
Yeah.
COVID. So I want to ask real quick about the little, what I call the minor league. What was it, 3rd through?
6th grade.
How do you adjust the net for height? Is it different for those?
Sure.
Is it?
Yes, we bring it down, really low, and we'll bring out beach balls and
Really?
balloons, and it's fun.
I bet they have a blast.
It's fun. It's fun to watch.
so at what point do they start playing competitive school against school?
7th grade.
In the 7th grade. Now, is the 7th, 8th, and 9th set up in a conference of their own?
We're actually staying in the East this year for that grade.
Okay, but there is a conference.
Yes.
It's not. Okay, cool. And the will the 7th grade have a team, 8th grade have a team, and the 9th grade have a team, or is it all
No,
together?
each one will have a team, so there'll be a total of 3 teams.
So with 7th, 8th, and 9th, you travel east, the high school travel west.
Yeah.
You're going to see some Arkansas this year.
We are. We are. We are. It's going to be fun. We're excited.
And right now, you don't know when this actual season will start. They haven't.
No, they're supposed to let it or get back to us. I think it's June 30th with some information for July. But I'm going to say we're not going to know anything about the season until sometime in July.
Ooh. Isn't it getting pretty late?
Yes.
'Cause, I mean, of course, June, that's be the last day of the month, of course, on a Tuesday.
On a normal year, they'll start the actual season in August, right?
Right.
Like right
Yeah.
before school starts.
Actually,
Or right as-
I want to
as
say
school
our
starts.
first game is August. Is it 22nd, 23rd? Is that a Monday, Tuesday?
August 22, 23, that's Sunday and Monday.
Okay, 23 then. August 23, we open up with Harrison.
Yeah. Now, the
That's the
24th is a
tentative
Monday.
thought.
Do I,
That's the tentative thought is.
That's the tentative thought. That's the plan.
can you bring the teams together that fast and get them going
Oh,
by?
yeah.
Well, the
you
question
bet.
is, can you actually practice your team as a team right now?
Well, that's a $50 question right there.
Yeah, that's the touchy part is how the actual get
But
the
as she
practice
said,
in.
at this stage, they're just now doing tryouts.
Right.
Would you have already had it done by now?
Yes, we usually do them in May while school's still going. It's
So I think
easier.
right now you can't use balls, correct?
We can use balls
Can
now. But we, of course we have to sanitize.
But
in
each
between
player's got to have a set of rubber gloves.
Right.
And a face mask.
It's fun.
Plexiglass net.
How long in the morning, you said you've got practice at 8 o'clock, how long in the morning does it take you just to prep? Just to make sure that everything's sanitized, and you've got to take temperatures of all the players, and you've
Right.
got to log all that stuff.
I've been getting there about 10 till 7 every morning this week and going over all the balls and the equipment and making sure everything's ready. We have our temperatures out, tables set up. We have X's on the ground to separate the 6 feet apart, all the way outside. If we have kids showing up and they're outside standing on X's, they're told to show up at least 30 minutes before They have their designated area in the gym where they bring their own water, their own face mask, their own little area.
Because these kids can't even shower at the school
No, they
right
can't.
now, right?
They're not supposed to even be in the locker room.
That's what I thought.
No water fountains. But they'll come in, they'll go through the screening process of their temperature and getting asked numerous questions. And then they're told to go to their designated area and sit and wait with their face mask on until we tell them where to go.
This has got to put a little bit more weight of burden on the coaches.
We're used to it.
Oh, yeah.
We're used to it. It's no big deal. I mean, honestly, I have enjoyed being back in the gym and those kids coming in Monday morning and they're smiling ear to ear, and it makes me smile. So,
Well, that's good. It's a good
been
positive
good.
thing. You know, they're making a
they're getting
good
to be back
situation out
together.
of a bad, yeah.
Right.
When you're doing your tryouts and you're setting up your 10th, 11th, and 12th grade team, what's the demographics of that? How many? You're going to have 24 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 8, 8, and 8? Is it?
Well,
Do you fluctuate that?
The first 2 days was, kind of a trial and error day, and we had 3 sessions, and we could only go for an hour. So we went from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and 10 to 11. And we would have different stations kind of going. We had 2 kids in the front gym, 2 kids in the back gym, 4 kids in a weight room spread out. And after 30 minutes, we would rotate. And it's actually easier that way to keep track with all your data and stuff that you're keeping up with tryouts, because you don't have a lot of kids at one time. So you really get to do some one-on-one and focus. And when I was telling Coach Leonard, I really like that because I get to really involve myself
Focus on the student
with one kid. So that might be something that I keep even after this is all over.
How many seniors do you look to have this year?
We're looking at 4.
4? And then you'll have the breakdown. How many juniors?
I believe it's 8.
8. And then
8
the balance will be
juniors.
filled with sophomores.
You put all 4 seniors on the floor at the same time, or you rotate them in and out? You're more advanced.
No, they'll be all on the floor at the same
Okay.
time,
Oh.
on opposite sides of the net
Yeah.
during practice, just because of the distance that we have to keep right now. But yeah, it's good.
Interesting.
The how's the structure for assistant coaches? Who are your assistants this year?
This year, Shelby Anderson is my assistant coach. She's also head softball. Hope Rezer, she is she's a junior high teacher. She is Coach Upshaw's assistant coach at the junior high.
And Shelby Upshaw's
She's the head junior high.
junior high.
And then Vicky Free, she's the head 7th grade, and I'm her assistant.
Goodness.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the clock, 7:33 coming up, and we wish you very much success this
Thank you.
year.
Thank you
Hope
so
it all
much.
works out. She's got practice at 8.
We'll let her
She's
rip.
gonna go all the way across town. So we're going to take a break. Dell Leonard's going to be here in just a minute, so stick around.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing embroidery and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
.736, Coach Dale Leonard. He said we can talk about anything we want. So why don't we just let him sing Carmen and we can just take the morning and opera?
That'd be kind of like Scooter continuing to play the morning trumpet.
Boy, that's true.
I'm thinking, I don't want to hear that either.
It's music to your ears.
Yeah, that's what it is. Music.
Coach, welcome. Hope you enjoyed that coffee.
Thank you. It's good.
Yep.
What's happening in the high school world, or actually in the school athletics? I know we've somewhat opened some things back up to allow some forming of some teams. Tell us what you know.
Well, basically trying to take baby steps into getting back into some normalcy. And I know we're still dealing with, COVID-19 and things like that, but we got to have a plan at some point to get things moving. We had that window now, according to the governor. He's passed it down that we can, last Monday, the first, I believe, he said that you could come in and for a basketball, considering a contact sport, and volleyball, football are considered contact sports, and you can come in and you can practice, but every player has to line up at the door and check in, and they have to line up, as Coach Daves was saying, 6 feet apart. They have to be screened, have about 6 to 7 questions that have to answer, and any one of those questions, depending on the way they're answered, they could be said, okay, you're not practicing today, you need to go home. For instance, if a young lady says to you, Coach, I was out on the lake and there was a girl that was all around me, she was within 6 feet of me, that's what COVID contact is considered, anywhere within a 6 feet circle. And she didn't say anything about anything, and then 2 days later she calls and lets mom know that she had been tested positive for coronavirus. And actually, I think that may have been a situation where the kid had gotten sick and got tested before she went out on the lake, hung around everybody, all these selfies and things, and you can't stay quarantined in those situations, and then got the results back afterwards, and did call everybody. I mean, probably the right thing to do probably would have been to stay home during the weekend, but it scared some people. And a kid says something like that to you, then you say, okay, you're going to have to go home and you're going to be gone for 2 weeks in quarantine, and then you can come back. And that goes back to the number one thing that we're trying to do, that we want to do, that we will do, which is safety. And we will follow every guideline, we'll dot every I and cross every T. And I'm just speaking for Mountain Home, I'm not speaking for any other schools, but we'll probably even go to the point of obsessive compulsive, over the top, it's security wise, trying to be safe. We're going to make sure that we do our jobs and get through this, and then maybe one of these days we'll be able to get back into a regular routine and get some normalcy. But right now the biggest thing is And I know everybody wants to practice and wants to do this or that. But the biggest thing is that we're safe and we keep our kids safe.
And the documentation, I mean, it's not the student athlete comes to the door and says, okay, Johnny, your temperature looks okay. You've been hanging around any people that have been sick, let them through.
No.
There is a regiment of things they have to go through every day.
Yeah. You're kidding.
Even though it's redundant, it's every day they've got to go through it. And the coaches are required to keep good records. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Every kid has a file, and we are sitting there with their file, and when they step up, we pull their file, and we record everything every day. You know, our Coach Husky, our athletic director, he requires that we have a file on every kid anyway, for obvious reasons, academics, discipline, stuff like that, awards. And so you just pull that kid's file out and you go over the checklist, and it's done right, and that's the way we want it to be done. We want it to be professional, not necessarily in a way that's going to scare kids, but just a way of we're being safe and we're going to do what we can do.
You know, and up to this point, I'm not sure the kids have really taken it super serious.
I think there's a lot of different reasons for that. You know, we live in a world that, in a lot of ways, if it's not you dealing with it, you know, you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof, and that's probably the way I would have been when I was a teenager. I think that parenting has a lot to do with it, and that we need to tell our kids at times, no, you can't go be around 20 or 30 people. And
so what are you going to do when I'm looking at this map and you got games in Washington or Benton counties? Would they be canceled, or how are you going to, I mean,
if we were to play today, we would not play today.
Really?
You know, there's some talk about some of the college conferences. I know the Division II conference around Arkansas and about a 6 or 7 state area around us, called the Great American Conference, and they just released that they will not play their early non-conference games, and so they will just
into conference game.
They'll just pick up their first game will be a conference game, just to give a 2 or 3 week buffer there. As we know, in this world, the tail wags the dog, and if the NFL, let's just talk about football, whatever happens in the NFL will probably pass down to the college level and then on to the high school level. And I know every state's different, and we've heard that for a lot of different reasons over the last couple of weeks, but ultimately they're going to do the same. They need to do the same, whatever they do.
In the higher concentrated cities, Boston, New York, where you got Jets, Giants, Patriots, who am I missing in the New England NFL? Philadelphia, perhaps. You got 2 New York teams: Boston, Philly,
Buffalo,
Pittsburgh. Would that be different than Dallas, Houston, Arizona?
I think that once they say something, it's the entire league. You know, some things, and you touch on that a little bit, but some things that concern me. If we're still dealing with this sporadic situation where you have certain corners of the state that are dealing with it more than others, and we get ready and rock along, and we have our holiday tournament, which brings a tremendous amount of revenue to our economy in Mountain Home. And
That's the one after Christmas?
Yes. Yeah. And we get 3 teams all of a sudden say, hey, they're not letting us come. You know, their schools aren't letting us come, and then, you know, you can't hardly charge them the penalty fee because of the situation. I worry about things like that on a smaller scale.
Here's what I worry about. You talk about the NFL being the guideline. I think the greed factor through the NFL will...
The what?
Greed. The greed of the NFL Owners Association.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of money right there.
Will hurt what really needs to happen.
Well, what happens in NFL trickle down to NCAA?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, that the greed of the NFL Owners Association makes, if they make the stand, if they're the ones that are going to set the standards, I think we're going to have a problem.
Because it's going to be more prevalent in the SEC with Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Arkansas, LSU, Florida.
Arkansas State had 7 players test positive yesterday.
Money makes a lot of decisions.
Wrong decisions.
Yeah. And the fact of money dictates all decisions when it comes to the NCAA and professional sports. And I will even tell you this, that, I haven't heard yet, but I will not be surprised if our high school budget is not cut drastically, simply because go back and look at what we missed revenue-wise in the spring. We didn't get to play any spring sports, and we missed a lot of people coming in the gate and paying, and our sports all financially support each other. So we're going to, we may have to make some changes there. So
how are you going to social distance Bomber Stadium?
You would have to space, like if they say 6 feet. I know a funeral I went to, they would put like 3 chairs together, like a family who've already been around each other, and then they would space them from 3 more chairs and space them from 3 more chairs. But you're not going to be able to fill it up. You might be able to space some people out in the end zones, spaced out. But the best thing to do would be to live stream it. And I've heard.
But what about your gate?
Your gate would be the people coming in obviously have to pay, but live stream it in a way where they.
What's the average attendance on a Friday night home game?
It depends on who you're playing. If I go off the last few years, it depends on who you're playing. And if you're playing Harrison at Mountain Home, you can pay for a lot of things the rest of the year. If it's raining and things aren't going well with the team, and you're playing Little Rock Hall,
you're going to cut down 50, 60%.
I mean, you're probably going to be able to have a conversation and hear your echo. There's not going to be a lot of people there. And, I know that Coach Husky hates it when it rains on Friday nights in the fall because it hurts, or it's cold, because it hurts our crowd.
Yeah.
But that's why there's a lot of excitement right now, because what Coach Airy and the staff he's hired, and driving by out there and watching them get after it, and the way that they're coaching, and then listening to them when they're in the office talking. I mean, they're excited, and so hopefully we get to play and people get to see that. But I've heard so many different things, instead of I'd like to, you try to stay more on facts instead of speculation.
Yeah.
But I don't know what nobody knows right now. I think it's a matter of waiting. It's like I tell our basketball team, I don't know the answer to that.
How long can you wait before it's too late, though?
Let's talk about that when we come back after break at 7:48. Got to have a break.
Yep.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor.
It is 9 minutes before the weekend starts. Dale Leonard's here, Bob Rechtenwald. So there's a lot at stake here.
Absolutely. You know, you're talking about October, November when this thing could come back with a vengeance. And Coach off screen was talking about the possibility of starting a football season with no fans in the stands. You know, so mom and dad and aunts and uncles and them, they're going to have to rely on live streaming
right now?
Television. But I don't know. I'm not a NASCAR guy.
I haven't tried.
But there's a huge difference, Dale, between a NASCAR or any professional sport, and you bring it down to the high school level. The high schools depend on that gate revenue.
Yeah.
Is it still a revenue share when they come, or does the home team get the gate?
No, we get the gate.
The home team gets the gate?
Unless it's a playoff situation.
And then it goes to AAA?
Some.
You know, and then you look at the basketball seasons and Coach Leonard's success from last year to carry over for this year. Normal circumstances, you would look at huge Friday night crowds coming to watch those guys and gals play basketball.
So what's gate fee? $3
$5 probably?
I don't know.
$5.
I think it's $5, $3 if you are a student.
Yeah. You know, so you're talking about a huge revenue stream that's going to be it's just going to disappear. What do you got to say about that, Coach?
Well,
that's tough.
You know, everything is speculation, and here's what I know about our administration, and that is, you know, it's out of our hands. You know, so whatever we're told to do from the governor that's what Dr. Long, that's what we're doing. And we're going to, as I said earlier, dot I's, cross T's, and we're going to be safe and probably, you know, above safe. We're going to be real careful and worry about and concentrate on the safety of our students and our athletes.
What is our stand on the dead zone? I know that because of all the time off, the AAA has lifted the 2-week dead period in June. Is the Mountain Home School District going to still do the dead period?
Practice during that time?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. But anybody that has anything scheduled, you know, if they've planned a vacation during that time, then they need to go, and with no punitive measures.
That was something I was going to ask earlier. You're talking about
Explain
screening.
it for folks that don't know. There's a high school dead zone through the 3A.
On a normal year.
On a normal year.
2 weeks in June.
Right.
Is it normally the last 2 weeks?
June the 22nd through July the 6th or something.
Yeah. It's a 2-week period where there's no athletics at all. No practices, no organized, nothing. Yeah.
And that's when people usually schedule their vacations.
Right.
And if it's already scheduled before all this mess happened, then they're...
Right. But there's no punitive. Punitive.
We do that in girls basketball. Yeah, we work and so forth, but even if, just because we have the dead period, which is, submitted through the AAA, that doesn't mean that, Joel Smith up here is able to take off during that period because of his job.
Mm-hmm.
So he may have to do it before or after. And I just tell our kids that go on vacation. Everybody needs vacation, and I'm going to try to go on vacation, and if it doesn't fit in that period, then we'll figure it out. So there's, if you're doing things right and you've got a great culture, things like that aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So it's really got to throw in a curveball to y'all.
Yeah, but you know what? We've got professional people from the very top. We've got a great superintendent, and our administration is awesome.
And I'm sure they get directives through CDC, governor's office, in through Johnny Key's office, back to Dr. Long.
Yeah, there's direct communication with all of those organizations, and I just keep hearing it over and over again, and that is the number one key is the safety of our students and our staff. And they have done an unbelievable job of doing that. And, I know that this is something that we one of us, if not all of us, if we live long enough, we're probably going to get COVID at some point in our life. Right now, we just have to figure out the antibiotic that treats it. If you can get a vaccine for it, that's awesome. But how many times can you get a vaccine for something, so.
Like the common cold, it's a virus.
It's like if we didn't have, and people, as you've heard 1,000 times during this pandemic, people do die from the flu. We know that. But so many more people would die if we didn't know how to treat it, if we couldn't give the antibiotics or the treatment. Well, once we figure out how to treat this thing, it's going to be like you've got the flu, here's your shot, your medicine, and get back to work in 3 days. So that's the big deal. But the fear of the unknown is they used to tell us in the Marine Corps all the time that fear of the unknown is the greatest fear of all. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're dealing with right now. Yeah. And that's where the word pandemic and things like that come from. But going back to our school, they're going to do it right. And they, just like I answer to my boss and bosses, they have people they have to answer to. But what I have seen and what I've witnessed is tremendous communication from the top down. Good. And the number one key being the safety of our kids.
I bet those schools are about as clean as they could ever be right now.
I promise you they are. And we'll do.
We've got an outstanding maintenance staff to begin with through all the buildings.
Yeah. Another dynamic you're looking at is how's the school year going to look next year?
Boy, that's a $100 question.
We're looking at, from what I know, I think we're looking at possibility of, if you choose to stay home and take online classes.
Somebody, Bob or Scooter, was saying that Northwest Arkansas has opted for full-time AMI in some aspects.
They've given the parents a choice.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. And you've got teachers who are going to be teaching kids physically in the classroom, and then also kids through the computer. And
this could permanently change the scope of education.
I think that it changed overnight, and I don't know that it'll ever be normal or the way we knew it.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at it through Dr. Long's eyes and our school board's eyes and the teachers that I know, we're going to say, okay, so now how do we be better? Yeah. How do we make this better? Yeah. And I think that's the way you got to look at it, is how can you make it better? Because there's a lot of positives with that. True. A lot of positives.
Final minute. Who wants it? Don't everybody talk at once.
In a very quick 30 seconds, Coach, if there's one thing you could tell the parents of your student athletes, is there anything they need to be doing different other than don't let your kids go out with 30 or 40 of their friends and hang out?
I would say just parent. And, until we really, really know what's going on or what is best. And I know that, gosh, I couldn't imagine having teenagers, the last 3 months. But I don't think going out is a problem. But like you said, stay away from really large groups. Wear your mask when needed, as far as when you're going into grocery stores and different places like that.
We got to wrap it up, Coach. We appreciate you coming over to see this afternoon or this afternoon. Look, I've already worked enough this morning to be afternoon.
Well, I always enjoy being here with you guys. You do a great job.
Have a great weekend. See you Monday.
Bye-bye.